Welcome back to the sanctuary of the unseen, to anything you want. You have entered the only digital space where we do not merely report the news, we dissect the emotional currents that run beneath the surface of the celebrity world. We are the archivists of the unspoken, the cartographers of the human heart. Today, we transport you from the gray skies of the ordinary to the vibrant, sun-drenched streets of Madrid, Spain. It is here, amidst the adoration of a foreign crowd, that Ozan Akbaba has finally broken the seal of silence regarding a subject that has tormented and tantalized fans for years, his profound, undefinable connection with Sinem Ünsal. The cameras were rolling, the world was watching, and in a single moment of vulnerability, he uttered a sentence that has moved millions from the Bosphorus to the Iberian Peninsula. But before we unravel this tapestry of modern longing and professional respect, ensure your seat in our auditorium is reserved. Smash that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications, and if you truly value this deep dive, independent journalism, I urge you to click the join button. Your direct support empowers us to ask the questions no one else will. Now, let us step into the Spanish heat. To understand the weight of the confession, one must first set the stage. Ozan Akbaba's arrival in Spain was not merely a promotional visit, it was the arrival of a monarch of the screen. The scenes at the airport were reminiscent of the golden age of Hollywood, crowds surging against barriers, the cacophony of screaming fans, and a palpable electricity that seemed to hum in the air. Young people, whose native tongue is Spanish, waited for hours outside television studios, proving that the language of emotion, spoken so fluently in Usaxer, transcends all linguistic borders. However, amidst the flashbulbs and the autographs, no one anticipated that this visit would become the setting for a revelation. The atmosphere was charged with the energy of a fandom that has never let go of the chemistry between Ozan and Sinem. It was in this high-stakes environment that a Spanish television presenter, perhaps emboldened by the distance from the Turkish press, asked the question that has been hovering like a ghost over the duo for years. There have been endless rumors about your relationship with Sinem Ünsal. What was really going on? The reaction was immediate. A brief, heavy pause crossed Ozan's face, a moment where the PR script falls away and the human being emerges. He held his breath, a micro-expression of calculation and emotion, and then delivered the verdict. We are soulmates, but not in the romantic sense. Let us pause and dissect the anatomy of this phrase. Soulmates. It is a word often carelessly tossed around in romantic comedies, but coming from Ozan Akbaba, it carried a gravitational weight. He continued, elaborating on a bond that began on set and still endures. These sentences did not just answer a question. They ignited a wildfire across the digital landscape. It was neither a confirmation of a secret affair nor a cold denial of their history. It was something far more complex, an admission of a third category of relationship. Sinem is someone very special to me, he elaborated, his eyes betraying a sincerity that cannot be acted. We've forged such trust and understanding working together that it's not just friendship. It wouldn't be right to call it romantic, but it's a very special bond that has marked our lives. In the studio, silence reigned. It was the silence of thousands of dreams being validated. He gave a name to the energy viewers had felt for years. It was not just acting, it was a collision of souls. I have to ask you, the perceptive observers of anything you want, do you believe in the concept of a platonic soulmate? Is it possible for a man and a woman to share a bond deeper than romance, yet free of it? Or is soulmate simply a code word for a love that cannot be lived? Pour your theories into the comments section below. We read every single one. Why Spain? Why did this confession bloom in Madrid and not Istanbul? The answer lies in the unique cultural resonance of their project. Usaxer has ceased to be a mere television show in Spain, it has mutated into a cultural phenomenon. Murals of the couple adorn the streets of Madrid and Barcelona, immortalizing their on-screen stares in paint and plaster. Themed events in cafes celebrate their narrative, and clips of their most intense scenes continue to rack up millions of views. It is no coincidence that Ozan felt the safety and the freedom to speak openly here. In a way, he was acknowledging that the Spanish audience, with their inherent passion and emotional openness, understands the nature of their bond better than anyone else. His words were a nod to the energy that has never dissipated. By stating that they possess a spiritual bond, a special harmony that continues beyond the set, he was validating the intuition of every fan who felt that the credits rolling on the final episode was not the end of the story. The narrative arc of this visit reached its zenith on the final day, amidst the architectural splendor of Atacha Station. As fans surrounded him, creating a fortress of adoration, a voice cut through the noise: "We want another project with Sinem." Ozan's reaction was a masterclass in ambiguity. He simply smiled. But in the lexicon of celebrity body language, that smile was a paragraph unto itself. It was an answer open to 1,000 interpretations. Was it a smile of nostalgia? Of possibility? Or of a secret knowledge? When pressed by a reporter regarding the potential of working with Sinem Ünsal again, he offered 3 words that have since become a mantra for the fanbase: if it's the right project, why not? Why not? It is a question that functions as an answer. It signifies that the door is not locked, it is merely closed, waiting for the right wind to blow it open. It sparked a wave of excitement because it confirmed that there is no bad blood, no bitterness. Only a lingering potential waiting for the right alignment of stars. To understand the present, we must excavate the past. This declaration in Madrid has shown a spotlight back onto the unconfirmed history of their relationship. Ozan and Sinem never officially announced they were dating, yet they never announced a breakup, leaving them in a perpetual state of Schrödinger's relationship, both together and apart in the public imagination. This ambiguity brings us back to a legendary rumor from the set of Uzaksar. Sources from the production have long whispered about a specific day where Ozan and Sinem disappeared into a closed room on set for a conversation that lasted 3 hours. The contents of that dialogue have never been revealed. Was it a negotiation of their characters, or a negotiation of their hearts? With Ozan's recent admission of a soulmate bond, fans are now connecting the dots back to that day. Was that the moment the bond was forged? Was that the moment they decided that what they had was too precious to be defined by a simple label? We are unraveling a story that spans years and borders. If you are enjoying this detailed breakdown of the Ozan Sinem saga, please hit the like button right now. It helps us continue to bring you these high-quality scripts. And remember, by clicking the join button, you help us keep the lights on and the investigations running. Your support is our lifeblood. Ozan's declaration may have been made under the Spanish sun, but it resonated like thunder back in Turkey. The reverberations reached Sinem Ünsal's inner circle almost instantly. According to leaks from close friends, the actress experienced a complex mixture of surprise and excitement upon hearing these words. Why? Because Ozan's statement was not the standard, polite commentary of a former colleague. It was profound. It hinted at a connection whose impact has survived the erosion of time and distance. While Ozan's career has expanded into Europe, and Sinem's trajectory has continued to rise in Turkey, their paths have physically diverged. Yet, the emotional thread remains taut. Ozan's assertion that even though we've now chosen different paths, that bond is still special to me is perhaps the most moving sentiment of all. It is a testament to the fact that 2 people can walk in different directions while still holding on to the memory of when they walked together. As the dust settles on Ozan Akbaba's historic visit to Madrid, we are left with more questions than answers, but they are hopeful questions. Everyone is asking, is this a new beginning, or a beautiful salute to the past? Perhaps the storm that began in Spain will soon reach Istanbul, reach Rome, and maybe even reach Sinem's heart once again. It wasn't a confession of love in the traditional sense, nor was it a rejection. It was a gentle, courageous acknowledgement that what they shared was too magnificent to fit into the small boxes of language. We will be here, watching for that next project, that next meeting. Thank you for tuning in to Anything You Want. We are your eyes and ears in the world of the elite. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the join button to support independent celebrity journalism. Until next time, remember, some bonds are not written in the stars, but forged in the soul.